Welcome to Tennis Sucks. This week we review the latest from the PPA Takeya showcase, including the major upset for Anna Leigh Waters in women's singles, the second loss for the Johns brothers, and the ongoing saga of Riley and Matt's breakup. Plus, Graham and Travis give their thoughts on the removal of the PPA Backdraw and the ongoing issue with paddle testing. Stay tuned.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tennis Sucks. Today was a uneventful day for me. I did go pick up a grill from Graham's house, and it's extremely awkward. And here's the part that I don't understand. Graham, you wrote me the other day saying that you were going to drop the grill at my house solo. Correct?
That's one of those things that, like, I'm calling your bluff. Like, you're not going to say, yeah, could you do that?
But it's such an odd thing. Like, there's zero chance on any planet you or probably any other human could lift that. And then you say you could get Jess and you to do it. I'm also pretty sure that's not going well. And
I mean,
so you really weren't going to do it. So if I said, yeah, that'd be great, bring it, we're going to grill out tonight, that wasn't
I would
happening?
just delay until you came by to get it, probably.
Okay, so you're essentially all these things that I've told people about you, like your literal nature and you tell the truth, it's a facade.
No, I would have got it there one way or another. I felt bad because you had the injury going, and I was like, let me see if I can do something nice for him.
That is nice.
I would have figured it out.
The nicest thing you did, Graham, was the African thing for my birthday. If those of you that didn't see it, Graham paid some gentlemen in the African region of
I think Nigeria
to sing a happy birthday thing for me, and it was very touching, quite wonderful. So I was grateful for that one.
Happy birthday to Travis. Happy birthday to Luke.
40 years old. Happy birthday to Luke as well. Yeah, he went to Rage. His birthday was probably better than mine. He had a real weekend.
Coincidentally, it's both my pets' birthdays too, the cat and the dog. You guys have the same birthday as my animals.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. You don't even know their animals' birth. You don't know their real birthdays.
I do.
Those are like suspect.
No, the 4th and the 11th. I have papers. These are
all Leos. 4 Leos.
These are AK whatever kennel approved show dogs. These are show animals.
Enough of this. Yeah, anyway, Graham, I thought he was a truth teller, but he's obviously full of shit. He's just looking for like some, oh, what a great guy you are that you would bring that over, but he was never going to do it. So, moving on, pickleball.
Yeah, to start, happy National Pickleball Day.
Yes.
Today. And I got you guys both a little present.
Wow.
A little tie-dye.
Hey,
little tie-dye. You can choose colors. Here you go.
Gorgeous.
Enjoy.
Fucking gorgeous. I'm wearing my pink Sunday swagger. I can smash,
can
baby.
Get this.
Let's match it up for this one. MLP2.
I'm on 2 snaps. I got 2 snaps. I don't know what size you guys are feeling,
this
but
is perfect.
I'm a 1 or 2 snapper.
Wow. Great.
Yeah, you have the largest head I've ever seen, Graham.
All right, so what do we got today?
Yeah, so today we'll start off with reviewing the Takeya PPA weekend. Huge upset with Anna Leigh's loss to Tyra Hurricane Black.
Yes.
Big news on just the reaction in general. Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
I think everyone saw it. That's in the pickleball.
Everyone saw that. Yeah, that was a bizarre one. And the best explanation that I heard was that her mom continued to tell her to have positive body language regardless of the score, which is very good advice. And yes, she's 16 years old, and I could see if my mom was in my ear all the time, I would probably have some, snide remark or odd reaction. So, when I heard that, it was kind of like, all right. When I initially saw it, I thought, that's fucking ridiculous. Like poor Tyra. But Tyra also handled it with class, so at the end of the day, for me, it became like a non-issue. But yeah, of course, you want to see her take that loss and praise her opponent in a little bit more of a respectful manner. But again, she's 16. A lot of people are giving her an out on that one, and I guess I have to as well, so I won't comment.
Yeah, you've behaved more immaturely than that. So.
Oh, fuck. No question. And at 16, like I was a wreck, a train wreck. However, there were a lot of 16-year-olds that are tennis player phenoms that are also held to an extremely high standard on a much more global stage and do not behave in that manner. So, I'm sure she'll learn her lesson and evolve with time, and no judgment here.
Yeah, same. I think it was the mom thing makes sense.
Yeah.
Positive body language. She's losing. She's pissed. And it's like, here's my positive.
Here's my
positive body language.
Let me show you how positive I am.
And she didn't go to the bench to talk to her mom or get consoled by her mom. She took off. So
yeah, she tossed in a direction and bolted.
That could make sense.
Yeah.
Other losses that happened, the Johns bros again lost, right? And had some injuries on the way. Did you guys see that clip?
I did. I texted Colin to make sure he's okay. He's getting checked out tomorrow, thinking hopefully it's just an Achilles bruise. but his Achilles is hurting him.
Yep.
Hopefully nothing too bad.
That can be a dangerous one, the Achilles. So
I thought the
hopefully it's
worst
nothing.
part of the injury was Eric Lang while
was
he's
the
on the
best part
ground
of the
laying
injury.
down.
Was the best
Just
part.
straight overhead to the face.
Lang, known as like the nicest guy ever. Ball goes up, I'm going to just dart this guy in the face. All right.
That's a
Touche.
true competitor.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we finish this point.
100% it was the right play. You can never argue that that's the wrong play.
So the Johns brothers, I've been at you a couple days about this, that I've got a little conspiracy
Theory
I'm
is
not
the worst.
I'm not a theorist at all. I believe in 9/11. I believe in landing on the moon. The earth is round. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. But when it comes to pickleball, for some reason, I'm a conspiracy theorist. And here's my thought. I think that the Beer City Open, people liked it a lot because there were new people in the winners brackets winning, right? A new championship teams. PPA hears this. They have a little talk with Annalie and Ben and say, hey, do you guys mind maybe not playing your hardest? Don't have to win this week or
Right.
next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing some losses.
So do you mind just completely giving zero integrity to the sport and risking your careers and just no, Graham. It's a fucking no.
It's
a zero shot. It's not even on a 1%
we're not going to be able to prove it. That's the problem with conspiracy theories. You can't ever fully
But
prove
what if
it.
it did get out? Maybe there's like a wire transfer they're going to see from, the PPA to one of them, and then suddenly it's out. And oh my God,
Luke, start investigating. But I said this to you guys, and I said that Ben Johns and Colin were going to lose again. And there it is. Annalie loses. It's happening.
Graham, you said some dumb shit in your day, but this is the dumbest.
But,
I'm so glad you believe in 9/11 and the moon. Thank God, Graham.
But
that Earth is round. Yep.
We got to give props. We got to give props to Dylan and JW too.
Of course.
What an awesome win.
Yeah, huge win. I mean, you could make the argument that Colin was a little hobbled, this and that, but man, they played very well.
Dylan's right side dinking.
Dylan's right side dinking with the forehand is very, very special. He's stable. He's solid. J-Dub, fuck man.
If he had a paddle with spin and was hitting those rolls,
if he had a little more spin, yeah, he could probably advance it even further.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very high level stuff from them. They're just so rock solid. They remind me of, for you tennis aficionados, the Woodies back in the day. They're not like super flashy by any means, but their meat and potatoes is so solid.
There was a team called the Woodies.
Yeah. Todd Woodbridge and Mark Woodford. They were number one in the world, and they didn't do anything special, but they just didn't miss a lot of balls.
Did the Woodies beat the Bryans a lot?
The Woodies were older.
Oh, gotcha.
They were number one in the world before the Bryans.
Gotcha.
But Mike and Bob Lindley kind of modeled their games to some extent after them, in the context that they just didn't miss a lot.
The Woodies were brothers also?
No.
Oh, gotcha.
They Woodford and Woodbridge, but they call them the Woodies.
Oh, gotcha.
But anyway, they remind me of that in the sense that if you're going to beat them, you're going to hit a lot of balls. They're not going to do anything stupid. They're not going to, it's just a very, very stable, solid team that makes really good decisions. And yeah, J-Dub and Dylan have definitely secured their place as the second best team and pushing to be the first.
For sure.
The Matt and Riley's breakup saga continues. Graham, Travis?
Yeah, boy, that one's just so fascinating to me. I talked to Matt about it briefly, and he's obviously disappointed to some extent because his assessment's good. It made both of us worse. And Matt still had good results. He's made semis a few times. And I think he would want to play with Riley again. And who wouldn't? Riley's a hell of a player. To me, it makes sense what Riley did. As a competitor, you want to get first. You're tired of going down to the same team over and over and over. What's confusing to me is the people that he chose. And I'm a huge fan of Julian and AJ as players, but they're both really, really volatile left side guys. And you go from like this ultimate stable right sider to two guys that maybe don't know how to play beta to your alpha. And that's odd. So I thought the selections were interesting. And then
the best part of it for me was that Matt advanced further than Riley
every
did.
event so far, yes.
So Matt's winning this.
Yeah,
this
that's
breakup.
why I actually wrote Matt as a joke, like Matt 2, Riley 0.
It's true.
And it's a joke, but it's it's true to some extent. And then the fact that Julian looked so pedestrian playing with Riley, and then he plays him the next week and looks substantially better on the left and beats him. It's like, this is the funny part about sports, and I think more in pickleball than tennis, substantially more. Like, who you play with and the skill set they bring and the matchup is so fucking critical. It's enormous. Like tennis, you can have two guys who serve bombs and they're good. You have two really good tennis players, they're going to be good. But in pickle, you can have two great players, and if they don't complement each other appropriately, they suck. And I mean, I shouldn't say suck, but they're not what you expect. You know, it really is hard to find that really, really good fit that few teams have found. And yeah, I mean, tough. The 23 out of the 20, he told me 23 out of the 27 medals were finals, the minimum final. And yet, you know, now they've both not gotten a medal for the last, whatever, combined 4 events.
Yeah. Part of the problem, I think, for Newman, and it was Kohler this week, right?
Yeah.
Is I hate to say it, the Takeya paddle. I don't think it's there yet. I think that's causing a little bit of a struggle in both their games.
I hit with it once. It has a lot of pop, a ton of pop.
But you may have had a D-lamb.
I might have had one that's a little D-lamped. I don't know. I've never hit with it, but certainly the results haven't been as stellar yet. But you got to know that they're pumping R&D and they're putting out a lot of effort to make some better paddles. I know they got a blue one that AJ was trying for a little bit. I guess it's a fair bit softer. So it'll be interesting to see what they come with over the next
The water
6 months
bottle
or so.
company hasn't quite figured it out yet.
The water bottle company might not have the appropriate core,
Got it.
but I don't know yet.
How did the Florida Smash players do in this weekend, you know?
Did you watch any Florida? They weren't on stream.
They
So
weren't on stream. I didn't see any.
Brendan might have been. Was Brendan? One match?
Brendan had a good win. He and Tyson again beat James Ignatovich and Tyler Loong. So, I mean, I guess it's not a huge win by any means, but it's a good win.
Yeah.
And, you know, Brendan's obviously holding his own. He's playing really solid on the left. And then I think they lost tight to who? Like an 11-9 in the third game or something, I want to say.
I'm not going to be able to remember.
Okay.
I don't know, but you're right. It was a very tight match. It was a game
Against
3.
another quality team.
Yeah.
It might have even been, no, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah,
I think Schick got 6th in singles.
Yep.
Dominic Schaefer got 9th in singles.
I think that was what the determination was.
Okay. And then in men's doubles, Colin and a guy, Jim Dobran, who we actually kind of looked at a little bit, his partner from North Carolina, they got 2nd in the, you know, if you lose we'll talk about it later, but in the backdraw.
The money bracket or whatever
they got 2nd in that against some good teams. There were good teams in that. And Brendan Long, those guys, they didn't do badly either. I think they were in the top 8.
And I think Michelle
6.
played
and
mixed.
Michelle too.
Yeah, she played mixed with Pablo and doubles. I think you said with Lacey.
With Lacey.
Right? Yeah. I didn't see the results though.
She had some good wins too. So I was not. If you look, this is what I looked at. How did they do compared to the other challenger top picks? They did better than almost all of them.
Okay.
Minus Yana.
Right.
And maybe one other person. They beat out every other challenger.
encouraging.
So we got to be happy about that.
Got to be happy about that.
Yeah. They had good partners.
I think
but
they're very high upside players, you know, so.
Yeah. I was not unhappy with the results of the Florida Smash this last Takeya. I thought they did better than almost every other challenger player.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. You'd written actually down here that Yana showing up again. I guess you wanted to talk about Yana. Is that right?
Could talk about it last week, and you
Yana
said,
Noel?
"What's the big deal?" Yeah, Yana showed up again.
Well,
What's
Jesus,
going on?
we know what's going on. She's using her new paddle, Engage MX Pro. Thing is a wand. It creates some magic off
You've
the
been
paddle.
hitting it this week, and
I
you won't
have
stop talking about
been
it.
hitting it this week, and it is a dirty, dirty little bird. She's got spin, she's got pop, she's got feel. It is a nice blend, and I am not surprised to see that, you know, Deckel's been playing well with it. DJ's been playing well with it. Players who are switching
Yates
this paddle.
Johnson,
Johnson just beat Ben.
Yana,
People who are using this paddle are improving. And
sort of like the Pro XR,
kind of like the Pro XR.
Zane
you know,
Navratil.
it literally is becoming to some extent like Battle of the Paddles. And if you have a substantial advantage with your paddle, you have a substantial advantage.
The thing about the Engage the thing I like about the Engage too, like we were hitting the kind of prototype all black, but they're coming out with it with like the white outline.
Yeah.
That's a sick look.
It's
I got to give
beautiful.
props. Whoever
It's good
put that
looking.
together, I
Right.
like the look.
Yeah, it's really good looking.
It's the best looking Engage paddle I think they've ever put
by
out.
far. And they send me 2 today, and they have a normal butt cap on it now. It's a normal like tennis butt cap. So that's a nice improvement for them as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Happy to. It's a good stick.
Well, speaking of advantages, I think that it's time for you to come clean, Graham. Seems like you've been maybe taking some PEDs recently.
I have a
Advance your game.
confession. I don't know if you know this, Travis. I've been taking PEDs.
You have.
Yep. Connor's got me on creatine
Oh, okay.
for about, I don't know, 8 or 9 days.
Right.
I went to work out today and lift weights for the first time since being sick in a
Crazy,
month.
right?
This is not, I'm not exaggerating. I was
10%
chest pressing 40 pounds. That's on one arm.
Okay, so that's 80 gram.
All right, 80. 40 per arm. And I was doing sets of like 8, I think.
That's a lot, Graham.
And with ease.
Right.
And I said to Connor, what did I do before I was sick? He went back and looked on the chart.
25s.
35, and I was struggling to get up 8.
And that's after not a month of working out.
After a month of not working out. I was an absolute animal today.
A fucking specimen.
So I know people are going to frown on this,
Oh.
but get on that creatine, especially if you're vegetarian, because apparently you get creatine in meat, red
Yeah,
meat and
you do.
chicken. I don't eat that stuff, and that's why Connor said I should get on it. I take simply 5 milligrams a day. It's like $15 a month is all it costs, and already I'm seeing results in like 8 days. It's insane.
Juice that up a little bit more. See what happens.
I
You're
will
at
not
5
be doing
grams,
that.
go to 7.
I like my organs.
No, it's been studied. Just drink a lot of water. You're fine.
Thanks for bringing that up. Thanks
You're
for
so
calling me
welcome.
out.
I just feel like the people really need to know. Once your duper rating starts going up dramatically, they're going to ask what's happening. You know?
It's a good point. Yeah, once he's 5'2" to 5'5", it's going to either be that or his new training partner, which we can't discuss yet.
All right, well, let's talk about some of the changes to PPA. Last week we didn't talk about it, but there's no backdraw now. So what are you guys' reactions to that?
Great. I think it's great.
Oh, you're happy about it?
Oh, fuck yes.
Oh, wow.
The days are so long if you're like losing quarters, and then the days are just too long. You know, so the fact that they're doing that hopefully limits the time frame that we're at the sites, minimizes the amount of matches in a day, obviously. And I think overall for how many matches and how many tournaments players are playing that are, week in, week out players, it's a necessity.
Yeah, I at first was upset about it because the argument is that up-and-comers don't get a chance to play a lot of matches.
It's a reasonable argument.
But they fixed that because now they have this bracket that, they just created it. If you lose first round in the main draw, you play like a money draw or some kind of points draw to get more points. And so you get a whole bunch more matches, which is quote unquote a backdraw.
Yeah.
It's just a backdraw for only the first round losers.
Got it.
So like if you get to the 16 or the quarters, like, Travis usually does, he doesn't have to play the backdraw, but he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Like some of these other players, like, I don't know, a great example. I'm thinking of trying to someone who lost first round, maybe Colin Schick.
Yeah, Schick did.
Yeah.
Okay, so Schick and Dobran lost first round, and then they got silver in the backdraw. They probably played another 4 to 6 matches
Right.
to get there. So they fixed it. They have
That
a
makes
fix for it.
sense.
So I don't see how there can be really a complaint for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, other changes though, the paddle testing stuff. I mean, I think you have the news on this, Graham, right? What is the?
I thought we did, but apparently we already talked about
think
it.
we did, yeah.
Is Pro XR, the Pro XR paddle controversy, talking about how it had too much spin, but it's still passing. People are finding ways to get around the testing, basically. They have new ways of laying the carbon fiber where it still gets crazy spin, but then it passes the grit test with the Starrett meter and the new type of testing they're coming up with. But I think they're saying now, you were telling me,
They put out some weird stuff. Like if you challenge a paddle during a match, then it can go up to 43 on the grit scale during a match.
Okay.
If you challenge it beforehand, it has to be at 40.
That's weird.
With Pro XR, you have to test your paddle before every match regardless. It used to be you only had to test your paddle before quarterfinals and beyond. Now, regardless if it's first round, if you're using a Pro XR, you have to get it tested.
So for one paddle, that's a little strange too.
Right, that's a little strange. And
You
then
get tested before every match, no matter what match it is.
Wow.
But it's been passing. So I don't know that they're that worried.
But
about
there
it.
was one more. They test it 3 times, if it passes just once out of the 3, it passes.
Yeah,
so it can
that was
fail
last week.
twice.
Yeah.
Right. It's just odd.
And that's just the Pro XR that's having that issue?
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're
No,
saying.
it's not the only one having the issue. It's the only one
They know of yet.
It's the one they know of, but there's some more coming. People know this technology. They're figuring it out. This is going to constantly happen.
Yeah, this
They're going to make
evolution is
rules,
gonna-
and they're going to figure out how to get around the rules. They're going to make more rules, get around the rules.
Right.
That's competitive sports in general.
Right.
Yeah.
People are always looking for an edge.
Yeah.
For sure. Especially when there's such a big business around it. I mean, there's a big business around paddle sales.
Yes.
It's, I think, what was the number I just read recently?
I can't imagine.
$200, $300, $400 million industry already? It's absurd.
I'm surprised it's not more than that.
It's a
to be
big,
honest.
yeah, it might be, but it's a big industry.
Are there any paddles you guys know of that you've tested recently or played with that are good that you think?
Yeah,
on.
Travis just talked about it.
I'm gonna not comment there.
The Engage paddle, it I'm guessing it's passing. It got cleared and it's
It
gritty.
passes easily. In fact, Ben challenged the Engage paddle, and the numbers came back at like 28 and 32 are two of the numbers
So it's
that I
under.
know.
They need to
So
go
it's
grittier.
way under.
Yeah.
They could go way grittier. So, whatever technology they're using, but the paddle is definitely creating a great amount of spin and a fair amount of power.
There's a bunch of paddles like that, though. I think the Black Ace is another one that could be tested a bunch. It seems to be super gritty and passing no problem. That's the one that Gabe Joseph just won the finals with.
I think that's the Ace of Spades. I think that's
What did I
they call
say?
it. Black Ace, which is
Oh,
that,
the
which is
Ace.
that-
Sorry, the Ace.
which is that Pro Kennex
Yeah,
over
not the
there.
Pro Kennex, the Ace of Spades.
I think it's called Ace.
Just won singles for Gabe Joseph.
Wow.
And that's another one that seems to be, topping the charts and still passing. So yeah, there's a handful of them out there for sure.
Like the Adidas paddle? That one's
Don't think the Adidas is there yet. They're working on it. It's getting better, according to Rafa. It's getting better and better.
got it.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got you've written down here pickleball malls. Is this in did you mean say it in Tampa?
Say it again.
Pickleball Mall, the Steve Kuhn
Pickleball.
project.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Tempe.
what's
In
that
Tempe.
about?
So the first one opened in Tempe. I want to talk about it
Tempe.
a minute. I think it's I don't know. It's a little bit fun. They open up a huge complex. They're big. They're like 30 to 40,000 square feet. So 16 plus courts. And he's going to open one like every month for the next year. He's opening 50 in the next year is his goal. So he's all about speed.
It's a lot of pickleball courts.
A lot of pickleball courts. But it's already full. It's been open like a week or two.
I'm sure.
Full every day.
No, I've seen a lot of people post on it, comment on it. It looks legit.
Yeah, and Steve's going to come through.
Of course he is.
The guy's a business,
Savant.
Yeah.
He can make these things active quickly.
How are they spinning it around so quick? Are these
Because the
empty
majority
malls
of the infrastructure is already there.
Yeah, so they're going into like Bed Bath & Beyond. They're leasing places that already have the right spacing, the right ceiling heights, air conditioned, lighting, and then they're not even painting courts. They're bringing in pickle roll. Is it pickle roll courts or the other one?
I believe so. Pickle roll.
Pickle roll courts.
It might not be pickle roll. It might be another brand, but it's one of those ones you lay down.
Roll out courts. So what do they have to do? They've got to make the building look pretty, roll out some courts, put in a front desk, hire some employees, and let's go.
Wow.
And it's good enough. I mean, air conditioned, organized. They have a great software, and 50 in a year. The guy's going to be crushing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's something we need here, considering how hot it is right now.
Yes, we do.
I'm sure he's already put in the request for a lease somewhere in
No
Tampa area.
question.
All right, so Travis, you turned the big 4-0.
I did.
How do you feel about being 40 and a professional athlete?
Don't feel much like much of an athlete, but I mean, like if I'm honest, I just feel fortunate to be able to play, and that's it. Like I feel old, I feel slow. Those are absolute facts. But I'm doing what I can to try to stay somewhat nimble and compete with young guys. But fortunately, pickleball in doubles in particular, you can rely on hand speed and skill for quite a while. So I'm hoping that that's the case. But yeah, I'm optimistic that I can be pretty good for a few years.
He's the LeBron James of pickleball.
Wow. That's quite a statement.
That's your
I'm
new-
not
I'm
going
gonna
to
call you
say
the
that. I'm
king.
more like the Udonis Haslem, like
No. First off, he's retired. I'm pretty sure.
right. But he played for like 21 years and 5 years like on the bench, 6 years on the bench. So I'll take him. Like, don't put me with next to LeBron. That's just stupid.
I don't watch any sports, and I know him because when I was in school, he was on our basketball team.
He was actually on your team.
He's on the Gator team.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He was a Gator star.
That makes sense.
Haslam.
That makes sense. Yeah. No, I'm like more like him.
Him and Noah. Oh,
Yeah,
great. I'm going to
Yannick
forget his
Noah.
name. Noah what?
No, it's
Joachim Noah.
Joaquim. Yeah.
Joaquim Noah.
Damn, that's a hindrance. That's a hindrance.
Do you know what his nickname
That's
in
our
college?
fault.
You know what his nickname in college was?
Huh. What?
Sticky Icky. You know why?
I have an idea.
He had a skunky odor to him as he walked your
Good
campus.
for him.
Joachim, he was the man.
Do you know who his dad is?
No idea.
Wow.
Tell
That's
me what-
incredible.
what-
A
an
far
athlete?
more famous person than
Oh,
his son.
really?
Yeah, Yannick Noah. He was like the last Frenchman to win the French Open.
Oh, he's a
1980
tennis player?
1983.
Get out of here.
A phenomenal tennis player.
Do you think?
like ridiculous?
Do you think Noah was a good tennis player? Is a good tennis player?
I have no idea.
I bet he is.
I believe that they were like estranged for a period of time, and
Oh.
I could be wrong on that.
How
so.
tall was his dad?
Not that big.
Oh, because
Like relatively normal height.
Noah
6'2",
was
6'3".
tall.
Yeah, fucking
He was
huge.
6'10" or something.
Huge.
6'9".
Yeah, you never know.
Wild. I did not know that. That's interesting. A tennis player.
Yannick. Yeah, now he's like he was like a singer in France for years. Might still be. He went tennis player turned musician.
Wow.
Dude, the guy's an icon in France.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good basketball team back in the day, 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
you guys won it 2 years in a row.
It was wild.
So this weekend we got a bit of a break, Travis. Right? What's lined up for you next?
Next is TOC playing with Rob Nunnery and Lacey Schneeman.
Nunnery. People keep asking me. I forgot who it was.
Yep.
Nunnery.
Nunnery, who I think is playing really well. He's definitely getting a ton of reps, and he was actually just over there for the English Open thing.
Oh, right.
And then right after that is Kansas City, very quickly after, where I got Jade Kawamoto and the man AJ Kohler, who I love playing with.
Nice.
So, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks. I've been hobbled for a bit, but starting to feel a little bit better. Definitely not 100%, but
you're playing pretty well yesterday.
Can stay on the doubles court and maneuver a little bit.
Are you playing singles in that?
No, not going to push it like that. No chance. And I was sore as shit this morning after one day of trying to move.
But he was getting his step back. I could see it. He was closing gaps like he used to again, which was nice.
And then how long have we got till the next MLP event? It's in September, right?
Yes.
21st.
Yes.
In Atlanta. Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah. Are you guys doing any practicing for that? Is there any date set for that?
Like as far as Florida Smash players?
Yeah.
Oh, Smash.
Nothing
we just
yet.
had one actually. LA, they all got together for quite a bit. I think at least a day, maybe 2 days.
Really?
The team got together in LA. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Michelle organized it. They went to the Los Cabo or Los Cab. Los Cab.
I didn't know
Club.
that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of good. I haven't
for
talked to
fucking
him yet on how it
Michelle.
went, but they at least a day, maybe 2 days worth of good
well
practice.
done, Esquivel.
Yeah. So kudos to the team. Let's see if we can find another one of those to do. Yeah.
Nice.
So they did because they were all there, so they got in some good practice. I don't know if we have any others coming up here soon, but I'm sure the next tournament they're all at, they'll do it again, hopefully.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about you, Travis, with the ranches? Do you have any dates of practicing?
Yeah, they're trying to put together a few. It's really tough to organize the 4, but I think we're doing something here in a few weeks, going to Austin for a couple days. And then they wanted to do one in October, but that now looks like a PPA event that was moved. And, so organization's very
If you go to
difficult.
Austin, I'll go to Austin with you.
Okay.
If Steve's in town.
Yeah. Well, he's probably not. He's probably in New York.
Yeah. Maybe see Molly and I wouldn't mind going to Austin.
Okay.
Let me know.
Yeah, I think it's the 18th to the 20th or something like that.
All right. That's what we got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was fast.
That was quick. Yeah.
Damn.
Unless you guys want to.
I
No.
don't think so.
Awesome.
No. All right.
Well, thanks for watching. Tennis Sucks. Full courts here on National Pickleball Day at Crescent Lake. Come check it out. Best place in the world. Bye-bye.
See you.